6 of the world's scariest haunted houses. Would you like to visit one sometime? In some untouched suburb or in the middle of a crowded city, all have some real that are recognized as haunted houses. In this video today, I'm going to tell you about 6 of the world's scariest haunted houses, all high energy. Don't blink. Number 1, the Cecil Hotel. Since it opened in 1924, at least hundreds of people have died at the Cecil Hotel. The most well-known is the Elisa Lam incident in 2013. In 2013, the Canadian college student, Elisa Lam, checked into the Cecil Hotel alone. She disappeared on January 31st. The hotel security camera captured a series of strange movements in the lift. Until February 19th, the hotel's occupants noticed a strange smell in the drinking water. Elisa Lam's body was finally found in the water tower on the roof of the hotel, and all the occupants drank the corpse water for days. But whether she committed suicide or murder, no definite answer has been given. In addition, there is the famous The Black Dahlia case. In 1947, the American actress Elizabeth Short died in a bizarre manner. Her body was severed from her waist. She had been staying at the Cecil Hotel prior to her death. The perpetrator of the Black Dahlia case has never been found. The hotel is still standing. It's still there. Would you like to try it out for a night? Number 2. Belgian Murder House. This is a villa built in the far outskirts of Broussard, Belgium. Since it was built in the 1960s, every owner who has lived in it, they have suffered from depression, headaches of varying degrees, mental disorders, etc. Even thoughts of suicide. What's worse is that the family members even beat each other. They would beat each other up like crazy. So all the people who lived there eventually moved out. Later, many adventurers went on expeditions. The same anomalies occurred. Afterwards, an expert went to examine the house. The magnetic field inside the house was found to be very strong, more than 100 times the normal level. It was these magnetic fields that were causing the mental abnormalities, and these magnetic fields were coming from a closed military base on the hill opposite Villa. Number 3, 112 Ocean Avenue, New York City, United States. On November 14, 1974, this house was the scene of a tragic murder. Ronald DeFeo Jr., aged 23, shot and killed his father and mother while they slept. Killed his sleeping father and mother with a gun. He then went into the next room. He killed all 4 of his siblings as well, and he didn't even panic and called the police, lying about a home invasion. All 6 members of his family were shot and killed. He was the only one who survived. In the end, under heavy police scrutiny, he confessed to the murder. And the weird thing is, in his defense in court, he said he killed because he was ordered to do so by someone in his ear. Ever since this tragic murder, there's been a steady stream of paranormal activity. 13 months later, another couple moved into the house. They were scared away after only 28 days. They said the ceiling of the villa was dripping mud. The toilet, which was brand new, would turn black. There was an extra basement in the room. They even said that they had photographed the shadow of a murdered child. The more these stories spread, the more they became known. No one ever dared to live in the cottage again. Only the most daring adventurers would go and find out. The famous thriller The Conjuring was based on 112 Ocean Avenue, New York. The murder of this family has been brought to the big screen more than 18 times. Number 4, Connecticut Haunted House. This is a haunted house that has been officially documented by the government. In this house, a farming family that used to live there, John Bell's family would hear the house emanating sounds of someone knocking on the windows, scratching at the door, stomping on the floor. Even Bell's young daughter was even pulled into midair by an invisible force. The Connecticut Haunted House. This created a great deal of interest in the United States. Then, in 1986, the Snedeker moved into the house in Southington, Connecticut with their 4 children. The family found a basement in the house. There were coffins, bloody drains, and lots of photos of dead bodies. Investigation revealed that the house had been a funeral home. Later, the Snedeker were subjected to many strange occurrences. The family even had hallucinations. There is still no scientific explanation for the strange happenings in this house. It was even made into a film called The Haunting in Connecticut. Number 5, Winchester Mystery House. This is a huge building located in San Jose, California, USA. Some say it's a custom-built maze of mansions for ghosts, and it is. Sarah Winchester began building this house in 1884. She was the widow of arms dealer William Walter Winchester. She owned the Winchester Rifle Manufacturing Company. During the First World War, the Winchester Rifle Company supplied a large number of guns to the battlefield. So many souls died under Winchester's rifles. But in the meantime, the building kept falling down, and then it was rebuilt again and again, until Sarah's death in 1922. The building was known to have 160 rooms, more than 100,000 windows, and 2,000 doors. But the building had no cellar. There is no access to the roof. The entire interior is a maze. Every year, it is visited by a large number of explorers. In an attempt to find the ghosts trapped in the house, some explorers say they have heard strange knocks on the door, seeing door handles that turn on their own, and lights that suddenly come on. Whether these claims are true or fabricated, we have no way of knowing if they are true or not. Number 6, High Street Haunted House. hospitals. This is a pre-World War II hospital in Hong Kong, China, a hospital for epileptic infections. In those days, there was no advanced medical treatment and medicine to treat these infected patients, so many of the patients ended up dying. After the Second World War, the Japanese occupied the hospital and turned it from a hospital into a torture chamber. The Japanese massacred people here. When the war ended, the hospital was abandoned until 2001, when the abandoned building was demolished. A new building was built on the site of the old one. It is now known as the Sai Ying Pan district. Many residents in the area have reported, when watching television at night, a ghost-like image suddenly appears on the TV screen. This has scared many people. What other scary houses do you know? Feel free to leave your comments and discuss with us. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this on Recap Next.